Hey there, this is Katherine. I'm sharing the holiday gift bag set from Diamond Press. This is a part of an auto ship program that ships from HSN, and I'm just going to flip through and show you what you get in there. I'm going to make a couple of cards off camera. I'm going to make a gift bag, and I'm also going to show you a bunch of tags that I made. So stay tuned for all of that. You can see you get these gorgeous stamp sets, 2 of them, and I'll be honest, this is one of my favorite Christmas ones I have ever gotten in recent time. There is just a lot of good stuff going on in here. You've got snowflakes, you've got sentiments, you've got candy cane, you've got patterns. I mean, there's just a lot in this set, and so I'm super excited about it. I've had this for a couple of months. I have not pulled it out yet because Christmas seemed far away at that time, but now I'm moving closer. So I'm going to make a bag, a couple of cards, and some tags for your Christmas gifts. So you can see you get a ton of dies with all different components to it. They have a die for the paper bow. If you want to make a paper bow, there's a paper bow die set in here, and then there's also a ribbon one. So I have gone ahead following the instructions. I've cut 2 pieces. I used a piece of 12 by 12 cardstock for this, and I probably will be able to get some more out of it. So I went on and cut these pieces, all the same paper. You could absolutely change the sides if you wanted to maybe have a contrasting side, do another pattern or a solid. You can see there's a pattern on the back of this. You could totally mix that up. That's what I love about treat bags. I have a lot of treat bag dies. I don't have one this shape, and that's why I ordered it, because this is a different shape that I don't have. So I need to fold down that tab. You can see there are all these tabs. Goes together very easily, and I'm just following the instructions on how to assemble this. I'm going to glue this down. You can also see on the sides, they're kind of these indentations where there's some score lines, I guess would be the proper word, where it will allow the little bag to be gusseted. So I'll show you that in a minute, but I'm just going to put these together. I am going to use liquid glue. I just find that the liquid glue holds pretty well, and it also gives you a little bit of time to move it, a little bit of maneuverability. So I'm definitely using the liquid glue on this. And I'm just taking my time, making sure my edges match up. And then when I get to the end, there we go. It goes together just that quickly. You can make a bunch of these fairly quickly. And the little ribbons slots at the top, I'll show you how those work in a bit. You can choose to either put that in there or not. You could hole punch it if you wanted to. It does have a die that works with twine, so it already puts the holes in there. But if you only want to do one and maybe one hole, I should say, punch one hole at the top and hang it to a tree, maybe with some money or a little treat in it on your Christmas tree, you could do something like that. So really, this is totally customizable. Okay, so I've made the bag. I'm going to let that dry really well, and then I'm going to work on the bow. So I have gone ahead, following the instructions, cutting this out, and I'm using this beautiful bright kind of purpley pink that will be a nice contrast for that blue. And I'm just taking a second here, referencing my instructions. This is the first time I've ever made this bow. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun to do, and pretty easy. This paper is probably 65 pound. I would say it's not the thickest paper. I chose that on purpose. I wanted it to fold fairly easy but still have a little body to it. So you may want to take that into consideration when you're making your bows, that you may not want to do the thickest, but use one of maybe your thinner cardstocks that you have in your stash. Okay, I'm going to wrap this paper around. You'll notice in a minute I used the wrong piece. There's a shorter piece and a longer piece, and I grabbed the wrong piece. So you'll see that it's a little bit longer, and I just trimmed that off. I just figured, I had too much stuff on there, but it was actually user error. I didn't pay attention to which piece to use for what. So I'll have to cut another one of these longer pieces in a minute. You can see that little short piece to the left is what I should have used, but I overlooked it. But, in card making, you really can't mess things up too badly. So there's always a fix, and that would be to cut another piece. I'm going to work on putting the tails on here as well. It has these beautiful little tails. It's going to take me a second to kind of get it into position. I was really just looking at the pictures instead of reading the actual instructions, which might have been helpful, but that's how I roll sometimes. I'm very much a visual learner, and so I'm just trying to get this put together just so. And it is beautiful, does not disappoint. So let me cut that other piece. I'm going to realize I've got it too small, so don't do what I did. Read the instructions. I'm going to slide this extra piece in, and you will glue or tape this closed, and that closes your bag if you use this paper ribbon set that's included. And then I'm just going to directly glue my bow on there, and be sure and let these dry really well between. You could use a glue dot, whatever you prefer. So I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to work on making a tag. There's this really cute tag die that's included in the set, and as well as a ton of sentiments. So I'm just going to stamp this Mary Mary and the to from. The to from is a little bit too wide if you're standing up your tag on your gift, but it just hangs off a little bit. It's not a problem at all. But just so you know, you can see that it stamps a little bit larger than the thing, but you can turn it the other direction too. So and you can put them on the back if you want to stamp the front of your tags and then add the to from on the back. It fits just fine. So I've got a little bit of a gold twine that I'm going to use. I'm going to tie off, and then I'll tie it around this bow to finish this gift bag off. And like I say, the Autoship will have all different types of bags. I know there's a Halloween one at one point if you signed up. I don't think that's until next summer. It's a whiles away. But a lot of variety, and you can mix and match, obviously, the bags with the sentiments that you receive and the dies. So that is the bag. I wanted to show you the backgrounds that are included in this set. So cute. I think you could make a card with these too. I'm just showing, I've got a piece of paper cut down. I'm going to stamp this with some red ink, and then I will die cut that out. You probably could die cut first and stamp. This is just the way that I did it, but I've got it in my Stamparatus stamp positioner that I use all the time. I get a lot of questions about it. I'm just going to make sure that that corner is stamped down, and now I can run this through my machine. And you could stamp this onto any color cardstock. This would be a great way to use up some of your scraps, is to make a bunch of dies with this set. So I'm going to run this through my Diamond Press Marquee machine, and you'll see that it cuts out perfectly. So cute, and you've already got the hole in there, which is great. There also is an extra die that they included that will allow you to kind of decorate the top of your tag, sort of a reinforcer. And so I've cut that from green. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue on there, and then I will lay that onto both sides. So that's nice because it makes sure that your tag is even stronger and when you tie it onto your gift. So I'm going to just position that on there and let that dry. So cute. That's how quick and easy it is. And they have a plaid one as well. So I've got this bag. To recap what I've done, off camera I stamped, like I referenced, a bunch of tags, and you can see that to from fits on the back just fine. All of these sentiments in there, so cute. Merry and Bright, do not open until December 24th, special delivery, a little Christmas treat for you. I love the font too that they chose. They have a lot of different fonts. That Holly Jolly is one of my favorites, and then you can see that plaid one up in the top left that I made. I stamped on there, but of course I had to make a card or two. I used those holly leaves and the berries, and then that Holly Jolly is a stamp, and then there's the outline. So I die cut it first and then stamped Holly Jolly. I created a Let It Snow card with just by stamping the background, and then I added some of these kind of iridescent snowflakes on there to add a little sparkle, but not take away from the beautiful snowflakes on the background. So I hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to hit the like button. And I hope you have a great day. If you got this set, I hope you'll pull it out and start working on some holiday projects, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.